How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Apartment 40 podcast. Today, I'm here with Nikko Roots, and I'm co-hosted today with Aaron Perez. How you guys doing?
What's happening,
Doing
man?
good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to have you guys on the show. Let's get in this.
Let's go.
That light, just don't.
Oh yeah, I'm behind the light all day, so.
Oh yeah, you used to that shit.
Yeah,
Act
it's
like you cut it
it's Gucci.
Yeah, so what's up with that? How'd you get into that?
So I just started cutting hair. Wait, say that question again. Niggas is nervous. No, you're good. Hey, say that one more time. I heard you, but I didn't hear you.
No, yeah. So your hair cutting, man. Like last time I talked to you, that wasn't even on the maps, and then now I'm seeing you're. I mean, I see you all kinds of clients. You're doing pretty good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
What got you into that?
What got me into it? I seen a good friend of mine. He was a barber, and he was doing his thing with that. And shit, man, I just couldn't work no damn job. Really, like I could work a job. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't like listening to people. I don't like working for people. You know.
On a job.
Exactly. I instantly thought that shit was lame. Like fresh out of high school, this is lame, bro. Like I can't do this. You know?
Yeah.
And I drew growing up too, so like it was kind of like I always kind of had that artistic creativity, like you know what I mean. That type.
Yeah.
You got like that eye, huh?
That eye for it, you know.
Imaginations.
Yeah. Very, very imaginative, creative, I guess, if you will. Yeah.
That's what's up.
For sure.
So like what kind of like imaginative aspects, or like what do you when you're gonna go cut someone's hair and they say like, you know, I want to fade but like do something with it, like
trim it or something like.
Yeah. What's your process like? What do you usually do when you go into that?
I usually just listen to what they're saying, because you can definitely like feel the vibe of what somebody's trying to say just by them trying to explain it. So if they're like, oh man, I've had this cut forever, you know what I mean? I want a new look, but I kind of want to keep it the same. So I was like, okay, you probably just want to trim or something. You kind of want to just cut off some of the extra hairs and, you know, something slightly different. You know what I mean? My man's might have had a fade his whole life, but he wants, I don't know, man. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, like about the eye too. Like you can cut someone, but like you could be like, oh, this is kind of look cool too. Like just
exactly
little tweaks and stuff.
Head shapes. You know what I mean? Like what does my man's do? Is he, you know, working? Is he at the mall? You know, it's so different now with the coronavirus, but you know, their lifestyle. Like, are they on the go all the time, or does my man's have time to get ready? And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does he have the availability to like put some effort into it?
Exactly, or is he just it's 6:30, I gotta go? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
get up and go.
Go, yeah.
What hairstyle is gonna work best for that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You mentioned coronavirus. That's one thing. When I was scheduling you to come on, I really wanted to bring up like how are you dealing with the virus? Because I know your industry is very hands-on. You know, you're obviously right there, always in contact with people. So how is it for you dealing? You know, going through this pandemic.
Oh, bro, the pandemic has been good to me, bro. Like, no lie. Like, I'm not even about to lie, bro. The pandemic's been good, bro. It's affected people because the only time it may have kind of gotten in the way was people not wanting to come to get cut because, you know, what's going on, you know. But,
yeah.
I mean, I cut a lot of young people, so we're all like, you know, fuck it, you know, like we're not gonna.
Yeah, it's not.
Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Sure. I'm not trying to. I'm keeping it real raw right now. Real cool what you guys says. Maybe we can edit that part out, or maybe not. Who knows? But,
you're fine.
All right.
Put it on the blooper.
No, put in the blooper. You bitch, you. No, but no, but on a much more serious note, though, the pandemic has been cool. Yeah, other than those super conscious people, I mean, if anything, business kind of went up, really, just because.
Because a lot of people had to go, like, under the table, I guess, but, like, kind of the backyard cuts.
I just feel like they have, like, more time on their hands now, so they'd be, like, they're more free time with their schedule.
Exactly, yeah.
I
Free
can see
time.
barbers.
Exactly, yeah. Pandemic's been good. But it's kind of whack at the same time, too, because I'm not in the shop.
Yeah.
But I got the shop at the crib. He's been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I've been meaning to come by. I know my pops went by. I don't know if he came by today.
He rescheduled.
Oh,
He's gonna reschedule. Yeah, for sure.
He wasn't cut today.
He was gonna get cut today.
Yeah,
but he rescheduled. I know he had a lot going on or something. He has some big.
He's always got something going on.
It's all good, man. Pops,
he's a busy guy.
Pops, what's up, Pops? What's going on?
Shout out to my pops. But no, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I need somebody to cut my hair. I was like, yeah, no, I'm bringing Nikko on. He's like, that's why I'm bringing him on. He cuts hair.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, let me, how do I get a hold of him? I'm like, I just got him on Snapchat. You wanna hit him up? Go ahead. So.
Oh, he follow you on Snap and shit.
No, I sent him his Snapchat, and so he hit him up.
Pops reached out. Shout out to Pops.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
For sure.
Like, so you got your own shop right now, or you did? You was working at a shop, or?
I was going to school, but it's a shop at the
Okay,
school.
yeah,
So I was still kind of.
And you just finished school, or?
No, I still have to finish school. Yeah, I still gotta finish school.
Just put it on hold or something.
Yeah, put it on hold. Might sit back, major come back.
You're getting a lot of practice, though. I mean.
Oh yeah, for
what's
sure.
going on? Cause I mean, I know when I see your snaps, I mean, you're at least going through it, but like 5-6 people at the minimum.
At the minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I was like, that's what's up. I was like, dude, this guy's really moving.
Really trying to be a barber.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. That's something that, like, I can see when you say like having an imaginative mind. Like me, like I'll have the image in my head, but I can't, transfer that into like something tangible.
Yeah.
So like I can think of it, but and especially with hair, because that's like a rounded surface. That's not like flat piece of paper you're writing on. So
exactly.
What's something like that, like a design that you would say is like the hardest, or like what to use the hardest style someone's asked for?
I had somebody ask for me to do a design, on them, and I don't know, man. The freestyle designs I'm just not comfortable doing yet, but
is it like a confidence thing where you don't want to like do it and be like, damn, do I fuck this dude's hair up?
Yeah. I don't want to do too much. I want to be able to get you in, get you out. You want a part, you want a side part, you want a hook part, 2 lines. I got you. You telling me to fucking
draw a flower?
Yeah. I can do it, but
it takes time.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It takes time, bro. That shit.
It takes practice. I guess you gotta at some point like jump into it and just like go for it.
Eventually. Yeah.
But I can say, you gotta be real comfortable. I know what I had a buddy back up in like Roseville, Rockland area. He wanted to get into tattooing, and he's like, well, I gotta practice. And so one of his friends just let him, do practice tattoos on him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's a tattoo. I can see if you had somebody that's willing to let you practice all your designs on their head.
Yeah, that's permanent tattoos.
Sure.
Yeah, tattoos. That's something that's not going away. That's practice that's staying.
At least you can for real stand. Yeah. You can forget about it.
Mm-hmm. But damn, man, what else have you been up to besides the haircutting stuff?
Bro, I've been on a more like an entrepreneurial path. So like, I'm not gonna say too much, but as far as like real estate stuff like that, wholesaling, just trying to expand my knowledge just on making dollars just
that's
off you. You know what I mean? Being a businessman, and to me, it's not really about being just a barber. Even though barbering is so cool to me, bro. Like I'm passionate about it. I love it. You know what I mean?
That's something you enjoy doing.
Of course. But you can only live so far with your talents. You know what I mean? Like, I probably won't have this energy in 20 years, 10 years, 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I can't be cutting 10, 15 heads a day at 50, 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's possible, but it's people that do it.
That's somebody that's really,
yeah,
that's all you're going to do.
Dude, yeah, don't get me wrong. That's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bash anybody out there that's doing that, but
it's not for you.
Yeah, so that's another challenge. Behind that, just trying to learn as much as I can, save all my money as much as I can, because that shit is real. This entrepreneurial stuff is very cool. Don't get me wrong, you're your own boss, but at the same time, you are your boss. Like, literally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit is for real, bro.
You're really surviving on your own,
Yes.
You gotta if you have a bad day at work, that's, that's a bad day for the week.
Yeah.
Feel And you gotta have lots of self-discipline too. Just
oh
be
yeah,
on top of all your shit.
Oh, that's what it's taught me that a lot too, bro. Like even shit you wouldn't even think of, bro.
Yeah.
Like
that's kind of what I've been working on too. Just self-discipline, bro. Just trying to just work myself harder. Just get to different opportunities in life and all that shit, bro.
Man. And me too. We're all a work in progress, but we're all trying to get to that next level. So
that's how I feel.
I think that's the most coolest thing. Like everybody is in the same boat. There's no higher. There's no lower. Like
everybody's just out there. Like it's a different kind of grind for everybody. But I feel like we're all grinding.
Basically trying to be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah,
whatever it is. Your podcast, you're trying to go up. You know, me with Cuts, I'm trying to go up. You know what I mean? Anybody like.
No, absolutely.
The man that's working 9 to 5 is trying to work his way up. You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's never judge, huh?
Yeah, facts.
And it's crazy because like in Hollywood, I know this other barber, Matt. You know that dude?
Oh, Matt the barber, yes,
and
sir.
And he gets like every cut like 100 or something, or like that's crazy.
Yeah, 150.
If you cut like 5 people a day.
Come on, and he's cutting the stars.
That's
He's cutting everybody from the Rams.
Now, are these stars like doing any like special kind of styles, or is it just the fact that they're stars and that it's a famous hairstylist?
Yeah, it's just like that. Like they don't.
It's a brand thing.
Yeah, they want to come to you. They're getting the old regular schmegular. You know what I mean?
Well, house calls.
Yes.
Yeah, it's taxing.
Damn, that's crazy. I think the most I've ever paid for a haircut was like $25.
$25?
Yeah,
Yo!
Like, chop it up, whatever.
Yo!
Give me a 2 and a 3.
No, but I could tell you, though, like barbers is different. Not like back then, like how it was. It's starting to change a little bit and all that, but I still respect the hustle and all that.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know, because I know like you're saying the barbers back in the day, you know, do you know how to do like the straight razor yet? Are you going to be doing that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know how to do that, man.
Do you do
get you real clean, man.
Do the full treatment of the hot towel, the lotions and shit?
That's coming. That's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's levels right
there. That's the deluxe package right there.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. As soon as I get more space to put what I need to put in, then we'll start doing it for sure.
So how big? So you're running out of your garage, or do you have like a shed?
Garage.
Out of your garage. Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, you like strictly dedicated it to that.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I like I said, I need to run by there. I know Buki. He said he's been over there.
Yeah, that's a nice setup.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I was cutting like on a table like this, bro. Like just a random table. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say. Yeah, but
no, you're good.
Fucking a random table, bro.
What,
just
like
had my
sitting right there?
People were sitting in kitchen stools, bro. Like just getting it. You know, trying to get it. It took me like 2.5 hours for a cut.
Damn.
3 hours.
How long does it take you now? Usually, like on average.
It just depends on average. Maybe about I don't know. Cause even though I can finish in 30-45 minutes, I still it's not gonna be
chop it up.
Yeah, you want to talk. You know, being a barber, I think that's a cool thing. It's much more than just cutting hair. You know, people are telling me fucking crazy stories, and you know.
What's without dropping any names?
Oh man,
what's some of like the craziest shit you know people have told you in the chair?
Just anything you could think of, bro. I mean, to cheating on your wife, to you know, threesomes and you know, crimes people committed, fucking
the
whole spill, bro. And it's cool because it's kind of like I'm that shoulder. Like I know this dude has never told nobody this.
Yeah.
Besides his boys or his brother or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know not nobody knows this information. And I've had people like, bro, nobody knows this. But bro, I was on Tinder. Tinder was cracking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, I banged shorty and then I had to like with the wet wipe really quick and went home to wifey. I'm like, yo, like chill.
You think people just like want to just share their stories, or they want to hear like feedback and like see what you got to say?
It's
like,
both.
It's both.
It's both. People just want to just, you know, hey man, like how do you feel about this? And then other people just want to just say it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You ever have someone get? I was about to change the pace too. I was gonna say,
yeah, it's good.
Do you ever have someone like that really opens up in the chair that ends up like not breaking down, but like really, you know, in their feelings for a moment or something?
Yeah, maybe in their feelings, but never crying. You know, you definitely feel like people who, if they open up, you know what I mean, they might say something like, "Oh man, like ABC, DEF," and then it'll be like the vibe will be kind of just like, you know, I can see it's something to share, but it's my job as a barber, or not, yeah, as a barber to, you know, like heal these folks. You know what I mean? It's way more than a haircut. Like I've had.
I guess it would be like what, like a form of therapy almost.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Yes. I guess confide in someone that's like a third party that, you know, you see them every now and then, but you don't really have to worry about their baggage all the time or their constant judgment.
Yes.
I can see that. That's,
man. It's therapeutic for people and it's healing, you know. And
how does that feel for you, like being on the other end of that, providing that for someone?
Oh man, it's cool. I think that's one of the best feelings I get from this job is like being that shoulder, that healer. You know what I mean? And it's really the power of barbering. You know, people just think I'm just cutting hair. Like, bro, I'm doing way more. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm cutting his hair, but like this dude.
But like that's just the surface.
This dude just put A, B, and C together, and now he's about to go. You know. Call his kid or
maybe make a better decision.
Make that phone call. Shoot his shot. You know.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
It's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, though.
Exactly, for sure.
Because we were doing that, like the Apartment 40 podcast. Because I got a couple ideas for this channel. Like, I got obviously the Apartment 40 podcast. That's something I want to do continuously. I've been trying to do it every week or like every 2 weeks, but. You know, having the other videos to work on, it's for sure a workload. I didn't realize how much work this project I was jumping into was gonna be. But I mean, it's like you ever remember back in high school when you'd have to do like a project and you're like fuck this shit, man, this shit. I don't even know why I'm never gonna use this, but like when you get it done and then you're like, you know what, this is pretty good, and then you get a decent grade on it, and you're like, you know what, that's not that bad. Like you feel like a little accomplished for the little bit of work you did. That's how, like that Eminem React video that just came out, you know, that one, because it was with my sisters, is the first time they were filming ever, like, we did like 2.5 hours worth of filming.
Yeah. And
I was able to, out of all that, I was able to condense that into a 9-minute and 50-second episode.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, you know, you have all that and I can't just like know exactly where the content is. I have to rewatch that 2 hours. Yeah. You know, sure, there's some parts I could jump through, but I'm at least spending an hour rewatching videos, and then I have to decide, all right, where do I want to chop it, and then I gotta line it all up, and then so
it takes time. Bro.
It's meticulous. That's the only part that sucks. Is like it's meticulous right now, but I notice every time I'm doing a new video, every time I'm starting a new project, like I'm learning more shortcuts. I'm learning more like little tricks I can use, little shortcuts on my keyboard, or like choosing like to do something in a different step. Like there's this one part where you have to like change. You don't have to, but I like to change the color setting on the screen. So like right now with the lights, like it might look hella bright. Mm-hmm. So I can go in there and change how bright it is based on the footage. Yeah. What I did before is I would edit it, right, and then I'd go back to each piece and try and change the color. Well, why not just change the beginning before you edit it? And I was like, you know. But that's something you learn after you did all the work, and you're like, damn, man, that sucked. Is there an easier way I could do this? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah, just do it before, and the whole video will be exactly where you want it. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's why Eminem's video is easier to get out than the first podcast. And then the other lesson I learned is make sure that you have, you know, a voice recorder, because the second podcast that we recorded, we had to like try and stitch our own audio using like the 3 different cameras audio. So like the way the cameras are set up, like so my camera is closest to me, so the camera audio will pick up my voice, but you guys will sound echoey or like kind of far away. The same thing with your guys' camera. I'll sound a little far away. So he has to go through, my producer has to go through and hear the best quality out of each clip, and then take that and make his own audio, and then send that to me, and then I have to match everything up. So that's why this second podcast is like taking so long. He texted me, he's like, bro, just make sure you don't do this again. I was like, yeah, no, my bad. It's a big ass workload.
It's a learning progress.
Yeah,
learning curve.
Exactly.
Know? That's cool, man. What made you get into this, bro?
I don't know. I like talking. I always noticed like I could talk to people really easily.
Yeah, Peter's for sure a talker.
Yeah, no,
sure. But all love though. I mean,
yeah,
good way.
I mean, I'll shoot your ear off. No, for sure.
In a good way.
He's annoying sometimes.
But like,
shout out to Peter.
Right? No, I mean, I like talking to people, and then I liked, you know, having, you know, kind of being in front of a camera. I don't know what jumped me into getting into the podcast though, but I was just like, you know what, it was an idea for a minute, and then I was just like, you know what, I'll just try it. Let me just start doing it. And so
jump in.
Yeah, I would record like little fake ones, like just voice audios with friends and stuff, and go back and hear it. And it's like some of it sounded good, some of it was like, like where you're just sitting there in silence for a minute. You're like, all right, well, I could see how there could be a podcast here. And then eventually I was like, you know what, let me really take a dive at this.
That's dope.
Started doing that, and then that kind of this kind of has been certain things in my life, the way they've played out right now, has kind of been like a catalyst where it's like I faced a hurdle and I overcame it, and it was just like, you know what, let me just keep moving. So it started with getting this place, and then making this place happen, getting it on my own, not surviving, but like doing it on my own.
Surviving.
Yeah. I guess surviving. Yeah,
get in your bag, man. Come on, man.
And then
surviving out here.
The podcast started, and that got me to start my my stand up. I'm not doing any shows yet, but like I started writing it. I used to take down little notes. I said in the last podcast, I'll write little jokes down, and then eventually.
No, I'll be reading it. That's just fun,
yeah.
Bro.
I mean,
you just gotta just do it.
I just gotta perform it. I mean, it's one of those things. Well, it's not done yet. I want to make sure I can get like a full show written, and when I read it, it's like you can really see it. Like when I tell him when he's reading it, I'm like, just because some things, the way I'm writing it is like you're not gonna read that. You'll like imagine it. So like there'll be notes of like how I'm saying it, or like what I'm doing on stage when I'm saying it, in order to make that joke come together. Because I think like a good chunk of my comedy is not like what I'm saying, but like how I'm saying it or what I'm doing when I'm saying it. So I noticed that with other comedians, like sometimes it's either like what you're saying isn't funny, but like the way you're saying it's like, oh, that's funny. Or, like,
but knowing you for so long, when I was reading it, it's just like I'm reading it as you're saying it.
See, that's what I'm afraid of, though. Is like I'm afraid that it's only funny to the people around me because they know me. They're like, oh, I can see. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So like, if a stranger was around and I crack my jokes that I know to my friends are funny, and they're like, that's not funny at all, bro. And I don't know if I'm funny because I'm around my friends all the time, and that's what's funny, or if like I'm actually funny in general.
In general, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I might go on stage and everybody's like, you're not funny. Go back on. I'm like, oh shit. All right.
Hey, but that's when it comes to like trial and error, bro. Like
trial and error, bro.
Yeah.
And maybe not every. I feel what you're saying. Like, but maybe they don't know your personality, so they not get you. But you're funny, but maybe they don't get your humor, or maybe they don't have a fucking humor. Fuck them.
You come out to a comedy show,
Peter
sense of humor.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
But that's hella crazy to me how everyone got their own little skill, like inside of them, bro. Like how you meet people, like you're a YouTuber, like you're a barber, like it's just crazy how everyone got their own little tactic, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I was really talking to, I think I was talking to my mom, and I was we were talking about this channel, and you know how people say like when you're trying to like go through school or you're trying to find your career, they're like, oh, make sure you work with your mind, not your hands.
Yes.
And it's like, Boogie, me and you do the same thing for our jobs, our careers. We do traffic control. We work with our hands. We're in construction. Yes. But I feel like this, you know how there's like left brain people and right brain people that are analytical and people that are like creative.
Right, creative. Yeah.
I feel like when people say you work with your mind, not your hands, I think it's important to make sure that you're using the right, your side of the brain. Because I used to think like, damn, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not solving math problems. I'm not building spaceships. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm not using my mind. I guess I have to use my hands. Well, like YouTube, writing, drawing, that's still working with your mind. It's just using your creative mind.
Exactly.
And so I think if that's something you're strong in, that's something you should pursue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Like that's why I feel like that's what I've learned now, being on my own and really trying to, like you said, survive. You kind of figure out what works best for you, what makes it easiest for you. So like I was trying to do it the way, like for sure you take people's advice on how they tell you to do it, but like it's also your experience, your life, so you got to make the changes that fit you.
Oh, of course.
And I feel like that's something that being on your own, for sure, you kind of figure out as you go.
For sure. That's dope, bro. That's dope. So you can stay afloat and
just keep moving.
Keep moving, yeah.
That's the big thing is making sure you keep moving.
on their own page too.
Fuck, man. So have you guys been noticing what's going on in the fucking world right now?
Crazy shit,
They
bro.
got
Crazy.
They got Indonesia over there.
Wait, what happened to Indonesia? I wasn't even gonna open up with Indonesia. What happened to Indonesia?
Nah, Indonesia, I think they got like a extreme.
Yeah, I was like, Indonesia? What?
Hey, no, I'm
Like,
not gonna
nigga,
lie.
what?
What's going on in Indonesia?
Nah, on God, I was thinking of that when they blew up the port. Where was that?
Oh, that's not Indonesia. That's
Nah, Indonesia, they're facing extreme poverty right now, bro. So like, everyone's just, it's just fucked over there, bro.
Oh, word.
What is that? Is it Buret? Is that what it's called? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's the one. Not Syria, but it's a Middle East.
Oh, Lebanon or
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Is it Lebanon?
It's Lebanon something.
Lebanon.
The nuclear bomb that just went off.
Well, I thought it was a fireworks. I thought it was a fireworks building.
Nah, it was a port.
No. Oh, it was in a port.
I could.
What I heard was that it was a fireworks factory that caught fire, and yeah, they're in the port, but they just happen to be in the port. Like that's where their building is in the port, and it caught fire, and everything was going off, and that big ass explosion was whatever that chemical is that they were saying. Just stockpiled. But people are saying like it's not because like that stuff doesn't blow up like that. Or, like, why would you have that stockpiled like that?
Right.
I don't think it was fireworks because you see that explosion, bro?
I saw the explosion. And
Like it was probably 3 miles away, and like the ground was like shaking. Like,
dude,
that's something.
Facts.
I saw the one where I like the one where it's the girl, she's getting married, and it's like she's taking photos in her wedding dress, and it goes off, and it like blows.
Oh, word? No, I didn't see that one.
That, and then the craziest one was this dude, his wife's in labor, having his kid.
Whoa.
And he goes in there and you hear boom, and then he sees like the nurses, and there's his wife's there on the table, and all the nurses and the doctors around her.
Yeah.
And also in the window, just like freaking SWAT, boom, blows in, and the nurses don't even flinch. Nobody just keeps working through the explosion, and you see the husband like, oh. Yeah, and the nurses were.
You
on
gotta
it.
get a raise for that.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
crazy.
can you imagine being born like in an explosion? Like you came in the world with an explosion.
Wow.
That's a story.
But it's not a baby boomer.
Right.
Ha no pun intended. No, I'm talking shit.
That baby better have an impact on the world.
Oh God.
What? Dude, I was remembering some shit that we used to say in high school.
Yo.
You remember that
That's hilarious.
period everyone went through where really gassing people was where you would take an animal and then a country. You're like, you old Mongolian death worm looking ass.
Yeah.
People would do that for a good, like, and just make out some of the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
I do. That was a very good time.
That was
a great time. You used to call somebody a Ethiopian battle cricket.
Yeah.
And
See, and people would just like bust a lung over that.
Best times of life.
That body boxing in the bathrooms.
Whoa.
You never did that? You never did the body
I
boxing?
never did that because I never had to. Like people.
No, I never had to. It was just like you were with us, right, Boogie?
Yeah.
Body boxing.
I never body
I feel like
boxed.
it was more with like the younger, like not the younger kids, but like the kids had to prove some shit. Like the little guys, like
You know what? I agree with that because the only time I've only body boxed twice in the bathrooms, and one was this. You remember Chris Cruz? Shout out Chris Cruz. He was remember back in high school he was a little dude, like just scrawny little dude. He'd always say, he's like, Peter, I'll fuck you up. I can fuck you up. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fine then, let's body box. I body boxed him, and then I think I body boxed like one other person after that because they were there for that that round. But other than that, like I've only been like challenging. It was always that little people like that.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I can see what you're talking about, like not having to fight, because I have like being a bigger dude, like no one really. Yeah. It's not like who said that. I think I was talking to my little brother. Now, not Anthony, but I have my mom's stepson.
Yeah.
He was asking about like any fights I've been in. I'm like, honestly, any real fights? I think I've only been in like 1 or 2 actual fights. I'm like, he's like, why not? Or how come? And I'm like, well, I just never, like you said, like I've never had to get in a fight. Like no one wants to fight. Not saying I'm being scary or that I'm tough.
No,
like
it's just
like I might suck at fighting because I've never had to fight.
Yeah.
So
you don't know how you fight.
I don't know how good.
But then it just comes down to like, you're just like a good person. Like no one like has problems with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just get along with everyone.
You're somebody that I don't think I've ever heard anyone have beef with you.
Facts. Come on, man.
Always friendly, man.
Come on, bro.
Always big smiling. Like, I mean, ever since the first day, I remember the first day I met you for football conditioning. I saw you come out, and I was like, "There's no way this dude's making it."
Ah, no! What the fuck?
I'll be real with you.
Me too.
I'll be real with you. I was like,
"Come on!"
I was like, "There's no way, man." But you know what? You shut me up. You shut everybody else up. You stuck out. I mean, longer than I did. I stopped playing football. Like sophomore year? Yeah, I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't?
I went just straight with wrestling.
That's right. But then you started doing your thing in wrestling too.
Yeah,
Bro started getting off.
That was probably one of the best decisions. That let me focus on the sport that, because like I'm a good football player, but I'm a great wrestler.
Right.
So I was like, let me really focus on wrestling.
Bro, for sure did his thing in wrestling. Hands down.
It was awesome.
Like you never know what you're good at until you do it.
Yeah.
Facts.
No, honestly, if it wasn't for wrestling, I probably wouldn't graduate. To be honest, like you look at all 4 years, you look at my transcripts, it's like it's going good, and as soon as wrestling season's over, it just like that last semester just.
That's over. That's your chill time. You're like, look, I'm done. It's good. Fuck it.
Season's over. I don't need to make grades.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm kicking it like all you motherfuckers. What's up?
Right.
What's up?
Yeah. That's crazy because my mom was just talking about that too, like how she always had me in sports and shit growing up. Like I was always doing a different sport, but then once I stopped, I just started like going down. What she said, like getting in fights or like just getting bad grades,
just getting in trouble and
for
stuff.
real.
No, that's how. I mean, I've always played sports growing up. That's something I would want like my kids to do, is always play sports. But I don't know if I'd let them play football as like Pop Warner as little kids, because like playing it, I know how bad that, like there's people on here that's gonna be like, oh, football don't hurt that bad, but there's some times where you really get rocked and you're like, I don't feel too good, like that shit hurts. Whether it be your head, your neck, I fucked up my knees, I fucked up my back playing football. I for sure had a couple concussions.
Hell yeah.
And it's like knowing the brain damage that can cause. Not saying that I do have brain damage, but there's the chances. I wouldn't want that on my kid. But if he's in high school, I think that's where people. I mean, there's professional football players that have never played until they were in high school, and then they go to be pro. Because people are arguing, be like, well, what if I want them to go pro? Like, they got to play their whole life. I'm like, no. I'm like, they can go. There's plenty of people that have just started in high school. Or what, Justin Davis, like he was never a running back until like sophomore year.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I was talking to one of the coaches. Yeah, one of the coaches were saying, like, he didn't touch the football as an offensive player until like sophomore year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but now now he's with the Rams.
Shout out Justin Davis, man.
Right. I doubt he's ever gonna see it, or maybe like one day to see it. But when you do, shout out to you guys, Lincoln High alumni.
For sure.
Yeah. But no, crazy times, man.
Great times, man. I remember all the football games, bro. That shit was turned. That shit was fun right there.
That shit was lit.
Do you miss the football games at all? No.
No,
you don't miss any football. I was looking at him, I'm like, he does not look too enthusiastic when we're talking about football games over here.
He's next topic.
No, it's good. It's good.
What, like playing wise or like just going?
Just, I don't know, man. Football, I don't know, bro. It was cool. Don't get me wrong.
No, I mean, you guys know my experience with football that happened with all that and shit.
Right. I say for me, football, as far as like meeting the people and getting to, bond with a lot of like cool people and, that are like now like still like very close. My brothers like outside of this, outside of football, people, the relationship I was able to establish and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
Great experience. Like,
yeah, the relationship you build.
Facts. I feel like that was better than the politics and stuff like that with Lincoln. Freshman year was cool. Don't get me wrong. Going back, I scored the touchdown or whatever the fuck, running it. That was cool. Sophomore year, okay, it was cool. As soon as
back then it was
switched, over to that varsity with that different
that's
staffing.
Where it started getting.
That's when it was
serious. It stopped being fun. It started being
like politics, and favoritism. I'm not preaching nothing that's not already.
Yeah, that's not already out there. That's not
people don't know.
Anybody that's played knows, knows the game.
If they fuck with you, you're gonna eat. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You can half-ass it. If they fuck with you, you're gonna get a shot, a spot, a slot, a shot.
You're gonna get some play time
to the top. nonstop. Yeah. But you know, and then you know, it's no shade, bro. But you know what I mean. I seen people work harder than people that work.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen it. You know what I mean. It's just like
what I find
nuts.
it's hard because like there's some coaches out there that, you know, especially in a high school level, like there's some coaches that are still coaching with the heart and mind rather than the skill. Because I feel like when people start coaching with the skill, and don't get me wrong, like you need skilled players to have a successful football team.
Exactly.
But it's like, you know, that's where I think it starts getting political, where people start putting skill over heart, which, I mean, there's some coaches that'll say, like, I'll take a player with heart over 10 players with skill any day.
Oh, yeah, facts.
And you know, I get that, you know, for sure.
Facts. Yeah. They got to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You just can't just, like, okay, like.
I think that's when a player has reached that coachable level. Like, when you hear coaches saying, like, oh, this guy is coachable.
Yes.
I think it's somebody that's figured out, like, how to play with heart and utilize their skills. 'Cause I feel like everybody,
Yes.
you go in there, everybody has skills, right? So, Boogie, you're going to have a skill set that's different than, you know, Nikko.
Right, and vice versa.
Exactly. And it's not about who's more skilled. It's like, what are you good at?
And what are you good at?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
How can you
Exactly.
optimize, you know, your
Exactly.
guys' differences? And I feel like there's coaches that don't see that. They just see, like, you know, if you're not making plays, if you're not, you know, scoring points.
And they just have favorites.
Fastest 40 or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, looking at the stats.
Stats. It's all good. It's all love, though. Yeah, football was cool, though. Football was cool, though.
It's
no
a
hard
sport.
feelings. It was cool. Met a lot of good people.
Exactly. Like Lincoln, it was alright school, but I fucked with everyone that I knew over there. Like everyone was just hella cool, man.
Facts.
It was a cool period. Although I do talk to, because I feel like I had a good experience going to school. But I'll talk to a lot of people having that good experience. Yeah. Like, man, high school is tight. They're like, fuck high school, man. That shit sucked.
Quick, too.
Yeah, real quick on it, too. They're like, fuck Lincoln. I don't want to talk about Lincoln.
High school was fucking ridiculous.
It'd be pretty fun. I remember the...
High school.
I forgot whose party we went to, but you remember Chubbs? You still fuck with Chubbs?
I still fuck with Chubbs.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
With Chubbs?
Yeah.
Awesome, right?
We were at a party, and I forgot what girl it was, but remember back when everybody used to like yike on people?
Yes.
And it was just like that was the only dance people would do.
Facts.
He was yiking some girl up against the garage door, but he was doing the thrusting part of it. He was just like hitting it, and he's hitting her so hard that this poor girl's smacking her head against the garage door, and he's still going. I'm like, oh my god, bro, what kind of party?
When was this?
This was, man, maybe like sophomore year.
Was it like a little garage and everyone?
It was just a little garage. It was
everyone was in just the garage?
it was just a tiny little garage, and then you could go like the little side yard, and then maybe a little piece of the backyard, but it was mostly the garage.
Okay.
And there was like purple and pinkish lights. You remember?
I know exactly. Yeah,
that's crazy.
You were there. I don't know if you remember being there, but you were there.
Yeah, I probably was there, for sure.
And do you remember, was that if I hit a car? Like, we were leaving the party and
Whose party was it?
I don't remember whose party it was. Because with that circle of friends, I never went like I think the only party I got invited to from your circle was your birthday party at...
come on, man. This is my guy, man. This is not nothing that was just...
That pizza place.
Whoa.
You remember that?
Yes,
what birthday party was that?
I do remember that. That was my freshman year. I was turning 15, 14. At Mr. D's, my grandfather, he owned that bar at the time. He sold it.
Oh, damn.
Alvin Stockton was on the rise. Like, that 2008 to, like, 2010, 11 era. Like, when Stockton had 100 murders and Stockton was going up. Yeah, so, anyways, that was that party. My 14th or 15th birthday, freshman year. Yeah, man.
I remember that.
That was lit. That was cool, man. It was a lot of, I don't know if I can even say that now. I'm grown. But at the time, my 14, 15-year-old self would say, there was a lot of ass being thrown out. On the ground. Turn around. Touch the ground. Freeze. There was a lot of that. It was cool. Yeah. That's crazy you brought that up, bro. That's nuts.
That's
I forgot about that shit.
one of the oldest ones because I met.
Did you like the party? Sorry,
it was cool. It was cool.
Was it lit? Or
it was a tight party. I ended up meeting one of my girlfriends through high school at your party. That was the.
We're making. Come on, man. God damn it. We're making plays. Not just me. Everyone around me. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Meeting a girlfriend there at your party.
Who was your friend? Mia.
Yeah.
He dated Mia. Whoa.
Yeah, what's crazy, I was telling Buki this because I think I brought up that story before when I told him I was going to have you on the podcast.
That's crazy.
I said, so at your party, right? So it's funny. It's a funny story. So at your party, I was there, right? And, it's a different crowd for me. I'm not used to, this kind of crowd.
Facts.
And Mia's somebody that I kind of recognized. I was like, hey, aren't you? I know. I was like, aren't you?
Oh,
don't we have a math class together? She's like, yeah, I think we're both in. I think it's Mr. Green, right? Is the other one, not Greeno? Who's the one that teaches English?
One of them was a basketball coach, right?
Yeah, that's Greeno. So then the other one, so Mr. Green, yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Green.
Yeah, so we had English together, and so we ended up chopping up, blah blah blah, and then I know. So and then we ended up making out at your party, whatever. Mm-hmm. The next school day, because I think your party was like a Friday or a Saturday, right? It was on the weekend.
It was one of them joints.
So the next school day, Monday comes along, we're in class, and Mr. Green goes, all right, we're going to have new seating arrangements today. And they go, Peter, go ahead, sit there. Mia, right next to him. All right, blah, blah, blah. And from there on out, she ended up sitting right next to me for, like, nah. You know what?
Just right there in the classroom.
Yeah,
out of there.
No, don't. He's right there in the classroom. No, but no, it was crazy. Just how things played out like that.
That's crazy. He said this is a different crowd, I mean, was cautious as shit. Nah, but
you gotta step lightly nowadays.
Yeah. Facts.
Can't be getting tripped up.
Yeah, facts. That's cool. So you enjoyed yourself though?
It was a cool party, man.
Cool.
I always have a good time when I'm hanging out with you.
Oh, appreciate it, bro.
Great,
appreciate it. I want everybody to just
have fun, man.
Have fun, dude.
Yeah.
Man, maybe soon, bro. I want to get a whole little gathering.
That's something I was thinking about because I was talking to my wrestling buddies, and we're talking about how long we've known each other, and I've known them now for 9 years, almost 10, and I think we probably know each other almost longer, about the same time.
9, 10.
Yeah, 9, 10.
Because it's been 7 years ago. Was what, 2012? 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20.
5 years.
Like 8 years. 8 years. Easy.
Yeah. And I was like, so that's almost a decade. But 4 more years on that, that's a 10-year anniversary for high school.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think they're doing 10-year anniversaries, but, that's still, you're already a decade out of high school,
Facts.
It's like, I didn't.
Damn.
It's been flying by hella quick. I was like, sheesh, man. But what I'm glad now, because my pops told me when I was going to graduate, he said, look at all the people you're in touch with now, and cherish that. Because he's like, once you graduate, you'll maybe have 4 or 5 you'll still keep in touch with.
Yeah. That's nice.
What I like now, I feel like it's something with the time we live in and like our generation, is that like we're so connected that I really haven't lost too much touch with. There's some people that obviously like gone on and done other things, but they're not out of reach. Like
exactly.
Like I hit up Diamond Mackey.
Okay,
He's out in West Virginia, I think, or in Virginia, over on the East Coast, with the Navy. Yeah, because I wanted him on the show, but he says he's not going to be in Stockton for like another year. So I was like, oh, all right. But it was just that easy to hit him up. Like I haven't talked to him in maybe since we graduated. I might have seen him once outside of graduating, but yeah, just to be able to hit someone up like that, it'd still be cool. I mean, well, I like it. Look, I hit you up. I haven't talked to you since maybe like a couple of years out of high school.
Yeah, I seen you somewhere. I was prepared.
Yeah.
Fast. But where did I see you at though, bro? Where were you at, dog? Where did I see you at?
I don't know. I run around town a lot.
Damn, I think it was like 2016, 2017. I could have sworn I seen you somewhere. You were with your brother.
Oh, Anthony?
Yeah, bro. It was, I don't know, fucking Costco? Where the fuck were we at?
I don't go to the Costco in Stockton too much.
Nah, why? Lodi?
Oh, I don't have a Costco membership.
Oh, I was about to say, what?
I really don't like. It's not that I have a problem. No, I just don't even go to Costco.
God
really.
damn you! No,
I'll go to Costco in Roseville when I'm with my mom.
Okay, right on. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, she'll help me out with that. But no,
We store?
maybe Walmart.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, it might have been the asparagus. It's like one of those joints, like asparagus.
Just somewhere where everyone goes.
Costco. Yeah, it was something like one of those joints. And I was like, oh, what's up, Peter? He's like, what's up? Then I seen a little brother, and I was like, oh, you got.
Yeah, little Anthony. He's out in Flagstaff now. He's out there getting his freaking
Masters.
Yeah, he's getting his master's degree in kinesiology. He's
that's
sports medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like. So I make fun of him because basically it's like stretching and ice packs all the time. Yeah. Like I asked him, I'm like, well, what happens if they do this? He's like, I stretch out and put an ice pack on it. Like, or you want to do this stretch and ice it. And I'm like, so you went to college for 4 years to just like stretch stuff out and put some ice on it? He's like, you know, you're really gassing like my whole career right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
It's all good, man.
But no, he's going there he's getting his master's degree in kinesiology, and then he's going to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff.
Nice.
And he actually got on with the NAU football team, and he's the physical trainer for the quarterbacks.
Nice. Okay.
Anthony? Yeah. So Anthony's the physical trainer for the NAU quarterbacks, and he gets to travel with the team. So they're a D1 school, and they play Sac State and UC Davis. So when they come to play Sac State and UC Davis at Sac State, he gets to come home for a little bit. So I'll get to see him.
We gotta watch that game.
Oh no, that's what
I want to go to that.
I was saying I'll go to one of those games.
So he's gonna be on the sideline with them, just waiting.
Yeah, he'll be on the field waiting for somebody to get hurt. Yeah, run out there.
I did not know he was gonna do that.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants to get hired by like a professional team or a college. And actually. But like right now, it's his internship, so he's doing it, just for experience. But he's really grinding out there. He said he's not gonna be taking a job this semester because his internship is basically like his job. So he's like I don't know how busy I'm gonna be doing school because he still has to go there for 2 years to finish his master's degree.
How much do they be paying? Like if you work like for the NFL, like all that?
Oh, I don't know. Enough. I mean, I hope enough. That's just something I hope for. I just like he uses his degree. Yeah. I just we see a lot of people our age go get like just a general degree and then not even use it.
They're working at the fucking T-Mobile or something.
Yeah, exactly. Flipping burgers somewhere.
Like, what are you doing? That's my thing too. It's like a lot of people, they go to fucking college to just work a job. Like, bro, you could have worked a job.
You could have done that to begin with.
You could have started a business. You could have did something. And now you're in debt doing something that you could have done.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Hey, I don't care. What I mean?
To each his own.
To each his own.
He's out. But yeah, man. I think that about wraps it up. I really appreciate you coming in.
It's a pleasure, bro.
If there's anywhere, if you want to give a shout out here, let the people know how they can get a hold of you if they want their haircut, if they can follow you on Instagram. All the information, camera's right there. Go ahead. That's
Young Crispy Apple on Instagram. DM me, book. You know what I mean? We'll get you in as soon as we can, and follow. We're gonna start a YouTube pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. And if you ever need to get cut up, man, you know where to find me at. We're gonna drop it in this video.
Absolutely, yeah.
Working on my boy Peter. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate you. Anybody that supported, came through, show love, like, comment. Came through, got cut, even if it was one time, and that's like it means a lot, bro. For real, like it's much appreciated. Yeah, definitely feel the love, bro, and it's appreciated, and I love everyone that's supported me for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Nikko, as always. Like you said, guys, check out in the description below. You can hit all the social media, where to hit them up at if you guys want to schedule an appointment with them. If you just want to hit them up, just go ahead and let them know.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys hit the like button, the subscription icon, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any episodes, whether it's Apartment 40 or Eminem Reacts. Go ahead and hit the links and stay on the lookout for any new shows or episodes that are coming to Apartment 40. Thanks, guys.
Let's go.
Alrighty.